everybody? Big D coming back at you with another interview series. Excited for tonight's show. But before we get into that, reminder to everybody out there, please make sure you click the link tree that I got pinned in the comments section or down in the description and go support my advertisers, sponsors, and preferred retail partners. They help continue to keep all the programming going on the show, and your support goes a long way in making sure we continue to keep all the greatness on this show happening. So whether you're looking for cigars, or you're looking for accessories, I got you covered. Use the exclusive promo codes that are only available to my viewers out there to save yourself some coinage. So, also, reminder, Dallas Smokefest coming up November 5th through 9th. I've been told as of today there's only a handful of early bird VIP tickets left. So you want to make sure you get in on that. Get on. Come on. It's rough out there if you just show up in Dallas and you don't have your VIP. You got to pay full price for that, man. You don't want to do that. So get on over DallasSmokefest.com. When you check out, use the promo code 505review. That'll save you some additional coinage off of the already discounted tickets. And when you're on the website, go click to stay at the host hotel, which is the Omni in downtown Dallas. Yeah. They're almost giving those rooms away, and I'm told there's only a handful of DSF allotted rooms left in that as well. So make sure you jump in and you pick up your room when you're there as well. Come hang out with us in Dallas. I had such a great time last year. And wow, service with a smile. Thank you. look at that. Yeah, look at that. Woo. All right. So, come hang out with us. We had a great time. Don't have FOMO because y'all were crazy last year asking me, did I have fun? And I was like, yeah, I had a blast. So get on DallasSmokefest.com, promo code 505review, and we'll see you in November. All right, tonight, my guest, she's no stranger to the show, but she's been on the Instagram show a few times. First time over here on this side of the show. She's got a brand new cigar that she's dropping. Excited to smoke it. She makes bangers after bangers, and she went with a new manufacturer on this round with her brand new cigar, and I'm excited to smoke it. And not only that, we also have the man who made it, who is also no stranger to the show as well. So let's bring on the one, the only Enid Blanton there from Ancestry Cigars.
Hey, what's up?
And we bring on the manufacturer of the cigars, the one, the only Cigar Jesus himself, Ish from BAMF Cigars.
What's going on, guys?
We got a fully loaded show going on tonight. And, well, before we get started, Enid, I'll hand it over to you. You can, I'll let you introduce yourself to the people out there who may not know about you or your cigars.
Oh, well, I'm Enid Blanton. I'm the CEO and owner of Ancestry Cigars. I am a veteran of the United States Air Force. We are currently right now based in Chicago, Illinois. We just celebrated our 5th year anniversary of being in the business, August 28th. I took a year off to get my mind right and to realize that my son was leaving to go to college and he was growing up. And during me taking that time off, I decided that I was going to come back and I was going to work with Ish. So that's a whole long story that we have to go into about how the relationship ended up coming together.
For sure. And Ish, I'll hand it over to you for the people who may not know who you are, although you've been on enough they should.
Well, my name is Ismael Olivan, owner of ROCF, which is Rodriguez Olivan Cigars Factory. We have 3 in Dominican Republic, 1 sister company in Seed Power. And for the brands is BAMF and cigars, probably is what people know me most. And we're making cigars for 125 different brands worldwide. Here we are. Happy to be over here with you.
And we're already getting started, Anthony. Hello, Miss Enid from Georgia.
Hello, Anthony. How are you?
And what's going on there, Johnny? All right. Welcome, guys. All right, so you're coming out. You've got a brand new cigar, and that's why you're on here. What So it's a beautiful, delicious cigar here that's got a beautiful, nice little piggy tail and a closed foot.
Semi-close, semi-close.
Semi.
To my clothes.
So I'll hand it off to you. What can you tell me about this, or what do you want to share with the people out there?
It's five different tobaccos in there. That's all I'm telling you.
That's all you're gonna say. Okay.
Five. Five. The magic number is five. I
All right.
am it's his number 123 blend that he made. When we went to the compound, as I call it, in a matter of 2 days, we smoked 30 blends. And that blend that you have right there is number one out of 30.
That Ish can do that to you. He makes so much good stuff. You just want him to make it all.
2 days, 15 different blends. Do you know how high I was when I came back to Illinois?
Um, Getting the CPAP mask out. All right. So this has got five blends. It's all secret.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And the name on that, I can't read this.
Hatsapu.
Hatsapu. Okay, Hatsapu. And the meaning from behind Hatsapu.
So Hatsapu was the first pharaoh. She was a pharaoh. So basically, she sat up and she commanded a lot of militaries. And a lot of times she would switch over and she would wear a beard and disguise herself when she would go in meetings. So people would think she was a man, but in actuality, she was a woman. So you really don't hear too much about her now because her stepson erased everything because he was jealous of his stepmother. So she's a real powerful Egyptian pharaoh.
All right. Excellent. So, Ish, I already know the answer to this, but I want you to go ahead and put it out there to the people who may not know the answer. But your creation on this blend, what was your idea behind it? What ideas did you get for when you were putting this together?
Well, she smokes a lot, so she has her own ideas. And she was giving me, what about this flavor and this flavor and this flavor and this flavor? I said, well, I gotcha. And we start to blend it. And well, as a matter of fact, you see, it just looks like a small cigar, but it's not. It's a robusto, but it pack a punch. Pack a punch. So I went just with her ideas of what she wanted to do, and I just roll with it. And like I said, we did 30 blends right here where I'm sitting down, and we have a blast. We have a blast.
Very good off the start. Wow. All right, so we're already getting the moisture build up in there. Nice. You are right. It does pack a punch. It does have a bit of a kick to it. Really throughout, and you're getting multitude of different peppers and spices at the on the lips, the beginning tongue, middle tongue, back of tongue. So you're kind of picking up a little bit, but a really smooth retro that doesn't have much of a punch to it. Yeah, very good. I like it. So, okay. Well, we lost Ish. I'm sure he'll be
Yep,
back.
we love fish.
All right. So as you were building this cigar with Ish, and he said he got it. Uh, you know, what was your initial thought going through with the blend?
So my initial thought is that for one, you have to make sure you have somebody that you work with and they can understand exactly what you're trying to create, and they can teach you in the process of how everything goes. So Ish is more hands on, and he does a lot of teaching as he's creating your blend. And he basically teaches you so that you know what's going on, so that if you got to go to the factory and he can't go, you'll be able to direct them and say, hey, no, it should be this way, it should be that way, it should be the other way. um When I was creating this blend, I was uh, as you know, anybody that follows Ancestry Cigars, they know that Ancestry Cigars was named to honor at one point in time my grandmother and father rather, and then we added on my mom. So I was trying to get something that could show, like for my grandmother, like her strong independence and everything that she went through. So that's what I was thinking when I did this cigar, and when we were building this blend.
All right. Well, so are you? So I take it that with everything worked out during your blend sessions with Ish, that you've got a couple more in the bank that you are considering here in the future.
The next one is coming out is 90, which that one is going to be that's a Habano cigar. It's going to be a little bit more milder than what you're smoking right now, the Hatsu. Also, it's going to be a Toro. Right now, I'm trying to get the 5 pack done by at least February, so that we can start shipping in March the 5 packs, and then next year we'll move to the boxes.
So with your older blends stuff, is that still going to be available?
It's go.
That
It's
going
gone.
okay?
It's
It's
retired.
gone. It's retired.
Yes.
Are we gonna get a reimagining of those blends from Ish?
We will.
Okay.
We'll go and we'll bring those back after we finish the Egyptian Queen series. We might come out with those as limited editions every now and then. We'll throw out one. But right now, everything that you are smoking or anybody smoking for moving forward is from him.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. I still got a bunch of your old stuff. I really enjoy it, so that's why I'm asking if it's gonna go. But if Ish is gonna do some reimagining work on that, I'm gonna hold a couple of them off to smoke and compare to see which one I like better.
You would be surprised. A lot of people have like reached out to me. They send me emails or they've hit me up on my inbox. Like, I still had an old one, but I'm trying a new one and I like the new one. So what do you go do with the old blends? I was like, we'll see. We'll probably go change them up. You never know what I might
Okay.
do for the day.
So in the Philadelphia area, is Ancestry available anywhere?
No, they're not available in Philadelphia. But if you go to Ish's website, you can order them right now.
There you go.
They are on there. They're on the website. Um, they if you go on BAMF you will see them, and they're like on the bottom of the page. I forgot what cigars it is next to, but it's Ancestry Cigars right there.
Okay. So there you go. You can go support Ish, who is in desperate need of your help. He has got to pay for that brand new lounge he built.
Indeed.
Ah, okay, that's good. Now, some of the other websites where your stuff used to be located at, will these be going back on some of those, like Black Box or?
No, so right now, I am really trying to decide who I'm going to bring back and who I'm not bringing back. Some
Okay,
people, lounges and outlets that I did deal with, they've already received their letters that they're not coming back. The reason why I have cut down the accounts that I've had is because um, I need to be able to get to them. I no longer do my distribution. It doesn't. So
oh,
I
okay,
don't want to work the dog shit out of him. And then his wife Carrie is like, "Enid, what the fuck?" you know. So a lot of them, with each state, I'm actually gonna condense them down where we're only gonna probably do 4 or 5 lounges per state.
okay. So you're going
Um,
for you
yeah,
took advantage of the full stop service that Ish offers.
basically, I did. I did. I took advantage of that because you have to feel comfortable. And I tell people this all the time with somebody that you can basically put a portion of your business in their hands and you don't have to worry about them stealing from you or anything like that. Like he and I literally, we have what do we have, a 2 hour talk every freaking Tuesday. We
Yeah.
Mhm.
FaceTime and we have, and he goes through everything with me and tells me what's the next route, what we need to do. I trust his expertise, like really. I really, really do. And my husband trusts his expertise as well because he has not steered us wrong with anything. So like a lot of the lounges, they're having a hard time now. The fact that they can't call me, they can't say I need this, I need that. I'm directing them straight to the website because they need to go to the website and they need to get accustomed to that. You know,
Okay.
only time you should be calling me is you know, if there's an issue or whatever, or send an email to the company if there's an issue. That's the only time you should be calling me.
I see. All right. So Ish, you're getting you've added on now all of these new brands on it. You're offering the full service distribution to of products that you're manufacturing out there. You know, how much more can you take?
I really feel abused. I feel abused already for all these guys. No, so it doesn't take me that long. Okay? So if you think about it, I've been saying for the past 12 years I want to retire from my other job. Still not retired from my other job, but hopefully by the end of this year I will be. And now with the launch, as soon as we finally can open not only for private, get together, so whatever, we just went into permits. So when that is done, I'm gonna be over there the whole day, from probably 10 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock at night. So I can do distribution. I can sip my own cigars, people's cigars. If I can do it, doesn't cost me nothing to do it really. So I try just to help everyone. That's
so what I'm hearing is Ish is looking for territory salesman to get it up there.
Hey, go for it.
There you go. You're first. Send your resumes over to Ish. Otherwise, Ish is going to be traveling all 50 states.
Nah, trust me, he ain't gonna be traveling all 50 states. He's gonna be saying, "Hey, you need to go here, you need to go there, you need to go this place, you need to go that place." I know you got the emails.
Eduardo is correct. He's got so many great connections to tobacco. He'll never be over. No, because it's that adage of if you do what you love, you're not really working. And Ish loves this. He loves He loves traveling all over, finding and bringing you all some of the most unique tobaccos that you've never heard of from countries that you didn't even know existed, and putting together fantastic cigars. And then some of them find their way into cigars like this that have some of that amazing, unique tobacco that comes from a former Soviet bloc state.
It's crazy.
I love to travel, that's for sure. And for the tobacco, yeah. So it's that the one thing that I like the most is just travel, not to travel and know the people. Obviously, that's good, but to find tobacco that nobody has, I love it. I just love it.
Yeah, I wish I could quit my job and do that too, but unfortunately, I don't have that. I haven't been afforded that opportunity yet.
Oh, it's coming. Don't rush it.
Little by little.
Little by little, I know. In October. I start year 17 at Coca-Cola.
Wow.
I've been there a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time. With the pop, with Coca-Cola.
Yeah. I've been 17 years. Well, in October 11th.
Time flies, man. Let me tell you, I've been in this country in July 18th. It was my 26 years. Almost half of my life. Still, not half, but almost half of my life. And I don't speak English.
And you still haven't mastered English after 25 years.
Well, hey, I speak languages, So I try.
No, his favorite word is customs. Have him say customs.
Yes, customs. Yeah, that's right. When you have a problem, who do you call?
You call
Ish if you got a problem in customs.
And he calls customs. It goes right on out of customs.
I know. Well, one of the other brands he manufactures for, that's how I was like, they got their stuff got stuck in customs, and I was like, hey, you should call Ish. He kind of is a master of dealing with that. He could probably get your stuff out. And they're like, I don't think so. They said they were going to destroy it. I'm like, call him. I gave him Ish's number, and he called, and within 24 hours, their product was out. He fixed all the problems, got everything taken care of, and now they're amazing customers of Ish. I made that connection. You know, it was just like,
I know a guy. You know, I know.
It's like I know a guy. That's exactly what I said too. I was like, you know, I know a guy. I think I could help. But
Like one of my customers asked me, "Is he in the mafia?" I was like, "He's not in the mafia." Okay. Well, how does he get things out of customs? I was like, "Cause he works with them enough. He's not in the mafia. He's not."
because they see him rolling up and they go, "Shit, those are his."
Yeah. You're about right in that one, so I'm not gonna lie. You're about right.
Yeah. That's right. Oh no. Don't tell me that package we fucked up was his, was it?
I went last Thursday to pick up cigars, and Tuesday, and they were closed. You know, my broker they closed for the Labor Day or whatever. So I go over there, and I go sign in number 37, and they were calling number 25. So I have another 12 people to go. I said, well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and take a leak. I'm in the bathroom, washing my hands, and people, excuse me, sir, are you Ishmael Olivan? So yeah, well, the people are calling you. Calling me for what? Say, yeah, over there. I'll go over there. You Ishmael Olivan? Yeah. Say, you're an importer, right? I say, yeah. I say, well, you know that you don't have to wait online, right? But I always polite and just wait whatever it is. So I mean, no. This over here, this new booth is just for importers and brokers. So please, sir. Everybody, God damn it, we've been over here since 5 o'clock in the morning. This guy show up at 1 and he leaves by 1:15. I didn't do anything.
Oh my god.
It was
That
funny.
is so funny.
You know, Eduardo, yeah, maybe I am that middleman, but you know, all the years that I've been in the industry out there. You know, you learn names of people, you learn who you can trust out there, and so when people that you know and trust are having problems, you know who to get them in contact with to make things happen within the industry. So that's all I did. I just kind of took one connection and matched them up with another connection because it's just things that I've learned out there is that here's who you can contact if you got these problems. So that's all I did. I just, I didn't do anything more than just introduce two connections together. And it just so happened that, hey, we want to make some cigars. And he's like, well, guess what? I also make cigars too. And boom.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah,
it's just kind of works out. All that stuff finds a way of working itself out. You just gotta introduce people. Whenever at trade shows, or at events, and I see people I know out there, I always introduce them to people. I introduce them to manufacturers. I introduce them to brand people out there. It's just It's just the connections you make. It's like, well, you own a brand and you own a brand. Here, let me introduce you guys. You don't know each other, but here, and then they end up, working something out, and all of a sudden, boom, you got something.
Everything happens for a reason. Oh,
everything happens for a reason out there. Exactly. The Ray Donovan of cigars. Wow. You know what? I will take that title as the middleman. I will take that title.
And Donovan and Olivan sound similar as well, So.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
This
how you like
really
it?
Good. Okay, so this gets a passing grade from me already. I'm not even halfway through, but I'm giving it a passing grade. It gets an 8.
There you go.
It's very good. I do like about this cigar it is a multitude and layered of pepper, and it's not overly heavy, but it's layer upon layer that hits every level of the palate, and I like that. Starts off hitting everywhere, and now
can you guess one of the tobaccos in there?
Mm, not yet, but I will. I will. I
I can.
We know you can't. As they say, we know. Mhm.
yeah, yeah. I do like it. I like that layered and how the layers have just kind of it's developed.
It's thick.
Mhm.
Yes.
It's like
So
thick.
this is the Hatapoo there, Eduardo. This
Mhm.
is the brand new cigar coming from Enid and Ancestry Cigars, manufactured by the man over there on the far right, Mister Olivan, out there. So, and it is available on BAMF's website if you go over there at this point. Is that really now the only place that you can pick it up at is through BAMF?
Yeah, because we're not releasing to the lounges until October 30th, which is my 15th wedding anniversary. So that's my present to my husband. It's the release on our anniversary.
Okay.
So yeah, so pretty soon we're gonna create the codes for the lounges so they can go in there and they can order off the website. Because like everybody else has been ordering single sticks because I basically wanted to roll it out and try it and see what was going to happen. So yeah, the lounges, I'm guessing after September 15th, we'll go ahead and we'll distribute them their codes so they can go ahead and order. And they can get them by the end of October.
Yeah. Eduardo, yes, I like the cigar. So the cigar starts off. It's a layer of pepper and spice on all points of the palate. Lips, front of tongue, middle tongue, back palate. And now it is developed where that pepper and spice has moved off the lips, moved off of the tip of the tongue, and it now is in that second and third portion of the back of the palate. Um, it's it's very good, nice. There's just this beautiful sweetness. There's a little bit of that chalky baking cocoa to it as well. It's very good. It's extremely layered, not heavy duty at all. You know, it's a nice, you know, medium. I probably medium, maybe a little below dead center medium on the flavor there, and the body, you know, about the same. Not overwhelming, and the retro is also really smooth. Like it's nice. It's like butter.
It's a
Thank
good
you,
deal.
Eduardo. I'm seeing the comments now. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh man, that buttery retro is nice-ish.
It's nice, yeah.
It is so nice. It's smooth it's smooth and creamy and sweet all in one. I love it. I'm always amazed at how you work work those into blends because you're one of the few blenders out there that has mastered not overpowering the retro but also taming that retro down to where it's creamy and sweet.
Yeah,
It's almost like a signature of yours that you have because you have it in so many of your blends.
it is, but I do that just for the purpose. It's a lot of people that, yes, they like very heavy cigars, very peppery per se. But okay, when people retrohale and you're burning your nostrils, don't tell me you're enjoying the cigar because you're just burning your nostrils. So I want in the retrohale to be more, like you say, smooth, more body, more like a, like a, wow, I enjoy this. It didn't burn. It's still pepper, but it didn't burn me. If it makes any sense. So that's what we do.
No, I love it. Like it's great. Even in some of your more fuller bodied
Hmm.
cigars, that retro is just always just buttery smooth. It's so good. And going through a lot of your cigars, I'm just like I that's like a signature for you out there, and I love it. Like that's such a good signature to have. You're not trying to kill anybody's retro, but you're adding to the additional layers coming onto the mouth. It looks like we lost Ish again.
I think we did. It's raining in Florida. I think we did lose him again.
The hamster fell off his Wi-Fi, off the Wi-Fi wheel.
This is weird.
It's raining there. That's what's going on.
No, it is. It's my laptop because in StreamYard is doing the same thing. In Zoom conference calls every Wednesday with the TPA happen the same thing. So I can see myself moving, and I go like this, and I move and open my mouth so the volume goes up and down, and I can see both of you. And at the soon I can see 30, 40 people. So what I did now, I didn't do anything.
Oh my God. Dead.
Technology.
Yes, no, what I was saying is you were frozen with a surprised look on your face. Out there was that I've never felt the retro being overpowered, even in your more fuller bodied cigars out there, that it's heavy on the palate, but you've mastered putting that smoothness into the retro, and it adds such a unique complex to an already amazing smoke.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Enid, you've got with one of the masters of the industry here on it. You've got a few other cigars in the can. Why release this one first?
Because it was time. I funneled a lot of emails, a lot of calls, a lot of people seeing me out, asking me, when you coming back? When's the next cigar coming? We waiting on you. What's going on? So I finally went ahead and it was like, okay, I think it's time to come back. I got myself mentally together. Like I said, I'm a veteran and I suffer from PTSD with adjustment disorder. So I had to make sure the fit was right with Ish and I. Because Ish's ass is crazy and I'm crazy too. So we got to make sure this relationship was going to work. But a lot of people don't know this relationship actually had been building for years. This relationship started when we were at the BCA and we had talked again. And then, life happens, contact happens, busy schedules and everything. So when he came to Chicago this year for the Pipe Show, we just went ahead and decided to steal it. So, like he was telling you, I was down there at the house for 3-4 days. And I went through 30 blends and we came up with that one. I told him, let me go home and think about it and think which one I'm going to go with and think what the name is going to be. And then that's how we came up with Hatspill. I decided to just go ahead and, do the Egyptian Queens.
All right.
So,
okay. That's good. I gotta say, I'm glad to see you back. You've been missed, especially on my end as a consumer and purveyor of fine cigars out there. Not seeing you out there has been kind of a little disheartening, but I'm glad that you got back. And and I do agree, Ish is wild and crazy. I've spent enough time with him over the last few years to know that.
I'm not crazy. It's because you guys don't understand what I say, but I'm not crazy.
Yes, we don't understand.
I'm not crazy.
Yes, I do the same thing with you as I do with my 3-year-old. Oh, really? Oh, wow. I had no clue what he said. I got no. Oh, Ish. Oh, yeah. That's good. Yeah. No way. Yeah.
I just have fun. That's all.
yeah, he does. Everything's fun with a glass of wine.
Absolutely, yeah. It's every night.
My favorite time with Ish was when we were sitting around that bonfire at Ryan's house when you just redid the MRE, and we were it was the first time you'd smoked it since they'd been put into production, and using Ryan's bacon grease on the cigar, and I was just like,
What a difference.
it was. Oh yeah, it was just we're just kind of such in amazing ecstasy sitting around that bonfire because it was so much fun. That's like one of my favorite times I've spent with you.
It was nice.
Short of our lunch that day over at Denny's, where they couldn't master iced coffee.
I still don't understand what it was surprise. I like it. What's wrong with you, lady? I said, well, what's wrong with you?
That's right. Yeah, iced coffee. We don't serve iced coffee. Okay, do you serve coffee? Yeah. You serve ice? Yeah. Okay, you put ice in a cup and bring me a cup of coffee, and I'll do it myself.
What do you mean that you don't have
What do you mean you don't do iced coffee? You can't put coffee in a cup of ice? I'll do it myself. I think about that every time I drive by that Denny's. I think about that time. I'm just like, oh my goodness. I wonder if that idiot still works there.
Probably not. But it was just like that. What you want for drink? Iced coffee? Oh, we don't serve that. What do you mean you don't serve iced coffee? This is Denny's. What do you mean? We don't have much.
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean you don't do iced coffee? Do you have ice? Yeah. Do you have coffee? Yeah.
That's iced coffee.
Yeah, that's iced coffee. That's what you think. That's all you get. That's all you got to do. Yeah.
And still like
oh my God.
Oh, okay, sir. But that's not iced coffee. I said, how it cannot be iced coffee? It's ice and it's coffee.
It's iced coffee.
But I do it myself.
It was. I say this, and a lot of people think that we're lying. No. Like literally, that's how the conversation went down. Because it says like, yeah, I go, I'll have iced tea. Okay, and then he goes, I'll have iced coffee, and she literally said, we don't do iced coffee. And he goes, what do you mean you don't do iced coffee? He's like, we don't make it here. And he goes, okay, do you have ice? And she's all, yeah. Okay, do you have coffee? Yeah. Okay, bring me a cup of ice and a cup of coffee. And she did. And she did. And as she stood there, he dumped the coffee into the ice.
God.
And then put some creamer in it and
see?
stirred it. And then I'll go, iced coffee.
I was dying for a coffee, and I had to argue 5 minutes when I iced coffee. Bring iced coffee.
The look on her face was like this was a brand new concept that she had never heard before.
Maybe she was. Maybe she never heard of iced coffee. Who knows?
I don't know, but yeah. Well, we don't make it here. What do you mean you don't make it here? It's just ice and coffee.
Exactly. It's not that hard.
It's some gas stations and things like that when you travel a lot that is a special coffee for the iced coffee, which is still fucking coffee. I don't get a fucking special thing. But to tell me in Denny's, you have no iced coffee. Come on.
Really? This literally, I've been in McDonald's working on their equipment, and I watch them literally take a cup of ice and then go to the coffee brewer and pour coffee into it. And then stir, and I'm like, and this woman couldn't grasp the concept of doing that at Denny's.
Wow.
So,
monumental.
It is. So, but every time I drive by that Denny's, I just start laughing. It just makes me laugh. But it's like that was so fun.
That whole weekend it was fucking fun. Oh, weekend it was fun. We even have one guy that is a brand owner had to call his manufacturer to make sure that what I was telling him about his cigar it was true. I say, okay, you want to call it, call it. Go ahead.
Oh.
Give me a guess.
Oh, yeah. And you called. He did. He called that guy, and then you got on the phone, and it's like he knows everybody in the Dominican.
And the guy say, Ish, my brother, what you doing? This guy hesitates about the blend that you tell him that has to call me.
It is. His eyes got so huge though when you cut his cigar open, and then you're like smelling all the tobacco leaves, and then you lick the leaf, and you're like, okay, this is Viso, and this is and you just started naming all the tobaccos that were in his cigar, and the guy's eyes was like, oh, he had his little book trying to find if that was the correct blend and everything. Yeah.
Like, he didn't have a little book. He did not have a little book.
He had a little. He had a little notebook in there, and he's going through. He's like, I think he goes. I know. I have to call my blender, and he did. He called him on the phone.
I just happened is one guy that used to work for me. What a weekend! That was good.
Oh my goodness!
That's what I love about the cigar industry, when people don't know who you are at all. Now with Instagram and social media and all of that, most people know you. But they say a white guy with a heavy accent, with a ponytail, smoking cigarettes. You would not say this guy makes cigars at all. You say, well, what the fuck is this guy? The hippie smoking. As a matter of fact, everybody thinks that he's been marijuana, that they never smoke in my life.
Oh my God!
They cigars.
I'm dead.
It is funny. I just laugh.
Yeah, I heard I won.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. You owe me $10. I'm sorry, you.
Oh yeah, no, you're good.
I'm sorry.
But I think that's what makes what you do unique-ish, is the fact that you come across as not that guy, and then and you always sit back, and it's just kind of like you see somebody smoking a cigar that you manufacture that's not your brand, but you know, and it's like when you think of it, oh, it's really good, and you got that like, I make that, and I've felt that way too a couple of times with a couple of brands that I've worked with on some of their cigars that they put out. When I see it out in the market, I'm like, boy, I had my hand in the creation of that cigar at some point during while it was being made, and it's such a good feeling out there to just be like, man, it's like if they only knew, that I kind of helped with the creation of that, and for you as a manufacturer, it's just like, yep, I make that cigar, I make that one. And
it's funny thing. This happened about 3 years ago, more or less. 1 month up, down, whatever. So about 3 years, and I do not know how to sell cigars. I know a rep myself. I make cigars. That's it. I know salesperson whatsoever freaking ever. I'm not. So, but I go over there and I say, well, I'm here, and this happened in Louisiana. I say, well, I'm traveling. Let me stop in the shop. So I go over there, and I introduce myself, and I bring a few cigars for them to try. I say, BAMF, what's BAMF? Okay, I know it. What's this? I say, well, no worries. I can tell you a little about the stuff you want, or you don't want to, it's okay. And I say, no, this is never going to happen over here. But who are you? I say, I am the guy that is making 80% of the cigars in your humidor. The guy is when like, what? I say, well, yeah, that's me. That was funny.
I found out your secret though at the trade show. You bring P-Roll, and not only as your security guard, but I think he also intimidates everybody into buying your stuff.
Yes. And the year prior, I bring Mark Gaze, which is the guy for the 13 Hours movie and book. Yeah. So he intimidated even more. So that year we saw cigar like it was not tomorrow.
All I can say is wow. No, I get it when I go to Walmart and people are like, you do shop. I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I grocery shop? I mean, why wouldn't I shop for stuff in my house? And then they're like, well, can we get a picture with you? I'm like, yeah, you can take a picture. Can I finish scanning my groceries first? And then I'll take a picture. I get that. And then my son, he gets it at college now. And they like, well, we follow the business. And so you got any cigars in your room? He's like, no, I don't have any cigars in my room. You go to the website and order from the business website. So it's really interesting. Reginald, my husband, gets it, especially now that he's retired and he goes out even more. People are walking up to him like, we know you, we've seen you on social media and all that stuff. It's just fun. It really is hilarious.
Yeah. I'm glad nobody recognizes me when I'm out. It just
nobody.
Nobody makes me feel so much better.
Everybody knows who the hell you are.
So last year at Dallas Smokefest for the Masquerade Ball, I got a Phantom of the Opera mask. So it only it's like this, and I go, nobody's gonna know who I am wearing this mask. So half the faces are. That's right. I'm hidden. You can't tell who I am. It's only half. And I'm going to put it on my bad half, so you really can't tell.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time somebody asked me for a picture, and I was like blown away because I'd never. It's like, oh, you actually know who I am? It's like, I watch your stuff. I'm like, really? You watch my content? I was like blown away by it. I couldn't believe it. It was like the same thing the first time a manufacturer talked to me, and they were just like, oh my goodness, we're glad you're here. So that cigar you didn't like, once we've completely scrapping it, and we're completely redoing it. You were totally right about the blend on that. I'm like, what? Right? Why are you listening to me? But it's like, wow, it's well. Even now, I'm still kind of like weirded by people asking me for photos because I'm just not used to it. I just assume most people don't know who I am, and I just go through my life like that, and I'm okay with it.
They know who you are.
I know they know who I am.
They know who you are.
The first time somebody asked me for the picture, to me it was weird, but it was happy, excited, like, oh, somebody want a picture with me, whatever. But I will never forget. I will never forget this. It was 2 years ago. You guys know the Cigar Lounge International. That is the guys from. So there is an interview with the oldest cigar lounge in London, and I was driving, so I was working. I went to the car. I was driving. I was late. Normally it's between 2 o'clock until 3:30, 4 o'clock or whatever. So I was like about 40 minutes late. So when I go over there and look who is over there, you see these guys talking. They were the guests, but it's Carrero Fuente, Jose Blanco, another two big guys in the industry. You have another 20 guys, and then here's me, all full of shit, coming with my hair all like this, working in construction. I go in the car and, is that you? Is what the hell, man? Look who is smoking. And NK45, the wife, and the bar wire, the husband. Okay. And the guy go and said, I almost had to, to mute myself and get out of the screen. He goes, Calero Fuente like this, just talking, always with his mustache, hat, whatever. The guy over there in the right corner over there in the bottom with the hat and the nice mustache and whatever. So, who are you? I wanna fucking die. Again, it's the UK. It has nothing to do with the United States, whatever. So, and the guy said, I just a guy who makes cigars. He usually Jose Blanco, phone. All our phone went bling, 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 bling. Who the fuck are these guys? They don't know who is he. They don't know this. They don't know that. And my answer was, well, they knew who I was. That's the most weird and awkward situation I've ever been. Like, you are with one of the biggest, and they ask, hey, how you doing? And who is that guy? I said,
yeah.
Really? That's weird. That's really weird.
That was around my husband when he was in the hospital in December, and I had to get in front of him being in the hospital when people recognized us and everything like that when he had his congestive heart failure diagnosis. And I was like, I told my husband, I said, we got to put this on social media. We don't put it on social media, everybody gonna know before we can even say anything. And that was real interesting. And the nurses were like, you got any cigars on you? I was like, no, we're not here for that.
We're in the hospital.
We're in the hospital. We're not here for that. And then when I would come up, when he was in the ICU to visit him, they would all stop. And then they were like, well, we don't mean to disturb you. Can we get a picture and all that stuff? And I'm like, yeah, we get a picture. But I'm like, let me get ahead of it before before they do, because once it got out and I ran and got ahead of it, the next thing you know, everybody started finding out, and then they started calling my phone like, "He's in the hospital. What's going on?" I'm like, "Damn, these nurses run their fucking bathroom." I'm like, "Yeah, he's in the hospital," but you get used to it after a while.
That's how I found out, was because you were tagged in a photo at a hospital with a nurse.
That's what I fucking hate you.
That's how I was like, "Oh, her husband's in the hospital. What?"
Oh my god, that was, how embarrassing that was. Like, I'm like, if you gonna take care of my husband and stop trying to get the picture, ma'am, I need you to go. And then the male nurse, he wanted a picture, and he put it on his social media. I'm like, could you go and take care of him and stop focusing on me? It was hilarious. It really was. It really was. Because our son was in school, and I didn't get a chance to call him. So, like, his friends were like, "Your dad's in the hospital." And he was like, "My dad's not in the hospital." So he calls me up. I was like, "Yeah, Dad got rushed to the hospital. I was gonna call you. So and so and so." So he was like, "Yeah, because all my friends said it's on social media." So yeah.
You cannot have a private life anymore. Social media. Somebody take a picture of you and that's it.
Yeah, I know.
That's it.
It's amazing. What did we do before social media?
I don't know.
I want to bring back corded phones. Is what I want to do.
Really?
Yes, and I want the 45-foot long cord that gets all raveled up, and you can't go more than 3 feet with it.
You can tell you were born in the 80s. You're 80s baby. Yep, if you know about that, you're definitely an 80s baby.
That you carry all around. You take it all around the house. Of course, we couldn't afford a cordless phone. That was a luxury item.
It was a luxury item.
That was a luxury item. Thanks, Eduardo, for hanging out with us today, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, a cordless phone was a luxury item. I'm trying to think. I think it was like almost 98 or 99 when we got a cordless phone.
Yeah.
That's when the prices came down enough.
Exactly.
Think about it. You're talking about the phone. What about a TV? My control remote, or my father's control remote, it was 2 brooms taped together, and it was moving with the handles. Number 1, number 2, number 3. That was it.
I remember my mom had saved up money to buy my dad a big screen TV, and it was one of the first flat screens, but it was a projector flat screen, and so it was 50 inches, and it weighed about 600 pounds on it. And I remember my mom and I trying to get that into the house so my dad wouldn't see it, and she's like, "It's too heavy," and I'm like, "Yeah, no." And now, like I got a 60-inch in front of me that weighs probably 30 pounds.
Exactly.
It's all wide, and it's and it costs less than what that TV costs.
The first hotel I built, it was for Innkeepers USA, but it was in Hampton Inn. And the first one I did, it was in Maryland, Columbus, Maryland. So I said, I want to buy me something good. That was in 2004. So I went ahead and bought me a TV. That fucking TV, like you said, was like a 600 plus pounds. Thanks God it came in wheels with a little thing that you had to put it. Was this thick.
It was.
And it was $2,000.
I remember, because I remember that big screen, because it was probably a good 10 to 12 inches thick as a flat screen. It was thick and it was heavy. It had its own stand that it had to go on that also weighed 600 pounds.
I tell you, it was like, and then within 3 or 4 years, we came to the plasma TV, this TV. You can go right now to Costco and buy a freaking 80 inches TV, not the best one, of course, not the best one, but 80 inches TV for under $500. And you go with Roku TV, with this TV, the other, I said, what the hell? Oh, yeah.
I still remember my first cell phone. I had a brick flip that weighed about 5 pounds. I had to wear a belt with it because when I attach it to my belt, when I attach it to my my pants would fall down because it weighed like 5 pounds, but it was probably about 8 inches and it was thick and it flipped up. Yeah, that was my first cell phone I got. I got that in 2001.
The first cell phone I have, I was working for the
touchdown. Yeah. Touchdown.
It's showing up on my phone.
And you went like this, touchdown, boom, and
touchdown.
So the first cell phone I remember, I was working over in Europe in my other job that you guys know, and we're supposed to be undercover, and they gave us a suitcase that it was about fucking 25 pounds with a car battery to power the phone. I said, well, don't you think that they want to know who we are? With this fucking
exactly.
It was just, man, oh my god.
Yeah, I remember, and you could any call you made that was within that area code that the phone was in was a local call.
Yes.
Yep.
You couldn't text on it because texting wasn't available on it. And if you made any call outside of that, it was expensive as hell to go. So I always just tried to. It was like somebody. I met a girl and she gave me her number. I'm like, oh, I gotta call you after 9 o'clock
because of my minutes and my time.
Yeah,
so
it's free after 9 o'clock. And then I got one. Then I got the flip phone. After that, and that one is like you got 100 free texts a month, but after 9 o'clock and weekends were free. So it's just kind of like you text me, but I ain't gonna respond back till after 9.
You know, and we go to phones instead to go to cigars, but you know what is the best phone I ever had, and it was over here in the United States. Probably you have it because you've been 17 years in Coca-Cola. Nestle.
Yes. Nestle. Yeah.
But it was a talkie. That in Florida, it came amazing during hurricanes because you had nothing but the walkie-talkies still work. So we just communicate like this. Only problem, I have a heavy accent as it is. So imagine me talking Nestle 16, 17 years ago, blah, 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 and everybody say yes. And then I show up in the job site, whatever, and everything is bad words. I say, well, you don't understand what I say. Ask me to repeat to you slowly. No, but you were so excited when the Nestle. But it was the best fun I ever had, to be honest.
Yes, I had those for work. You could drop those off of a 70-story building and they wouldn't break. They were fantastic phones. They were amazing. They worked for everything. Yeah, they were great. They were great phones. I loved having them. Just when we'd be up in the ceilings running line, and then it would fall out of your pocket.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Those things. I'd love to go back to that. I'd love to.
That I love it. I love it. And man, it was a fun that I still have 2 or 3 in my garage in one. Yes. I don't know. Call me a hoarder. I don't know. I just have it because
I think I still got most of my cell phones out there. It's just like you couldn't. It's like what you can do to get away from having the phone. Because I remember the first luxury item I bought when I finally got money was I got one of those phones that it would flip open or slide open. It'd do both, and that was that was one of the first luxury items I ever bought for myself. We didn't have money when I was growing up, and so it was I saw it. And I was like, man, I gotta have that because luxury items were hard to come by. And it's just like, man, I'm just a boy from the hood, man. We didn't have money growing up.
No, think about it. Think about cigars. Luxury cigars, and there's another cigar. So it's the same thing to this day. I'm not paying $75 in a cigar. I was at market.
I thought cigars were a luxury item when I was young because I started smoking when I was 18, and so I didn't know that cigars, cost like $5. I was unaware of that.
Absolutely.
But when first time I went, I brought $100 with me, and they'd given me 3 cigars to try, and I was like, "Is $100 enough to pay for this?" And it was like $15, but I didn't know. I didn't know any better, but I thought it was like an expensive luxury item, which there are those out there, but for the most part,
You think about it, to today's day, still, when you see people that they smoke any brand, whatever brand, but they smoke 5 to 7 cigars a day, and I know people that they retire and they smoke 10 cigars a day. Even at $5 is $50 a day. Yeah, forget about the $10 or the $20, and they smoke 5, 7, 10 of them. I'm sorry, I cannot afford it. I'm telling you that much. I can afford it because I made the cigar. So exactly. I got to my room and made me one. But God, man, it's still a luxury.
It is. And the people that smoke, first off, I know that I probably won't be talking for a couple of days if I smoke that much.
Yeah.
It's going to wreck my throat.
But I know people for a fact. I have 2 clients. That doesn't count as my 125 brands. But this guy, he's in fixed income, very low income, and he's 82 this year or 83. And for the past 5 years, he's in love with the cigars I make, not just for me, for many people. And he said, "How I can do this?" I said, "Listen, I'm going to tell you something. Do yourself a favor. Florida is non-tobacco tax, only sales tax. Go have your wholesale license, so now you can buy at 50%, and you just buy it." But this guy, for the past 3 years, something like that, 4 years almost, every month, $300, $300. Send me whatever you want, $300, $300. Because he smokes a lot. He smokes a lot. See, I don't know how you do it. I don't even do that.
I couldn't do it. I usually take 2 or 3 weeks off, like after PCA. I won't smoke for like I won't do it. I smoked so much while I was there, and being in the convention center, it's also really smoky. I take 2 or 3 weeks off. I'm just like, nope, I'm done for a couple of weeks. I can't.
I tell you something, but again, I smoke this shit that you guys shouldn't, but I smoke this. So, but when I come in from the factory, so I'm leaving Monday and I come in Friday. Next Monday, come in next Friday. You will not see me smoking a cigar online in any podcast, our podcast, whatever podcast, probably for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Because I know I'm going to smoke about 100 cigars less in 5 days. We sleep 2-3 hours over there. It's smoke. It's no way I'm coming home. I like, I go to my room and say, cigars. But people do it.
Yeah.
People do it.
Yeah, they do it, and I don't know how they do it. It blows my mind that people are like, yeah, I smoke like 7 a day, and I'm like, how?
How? Yeah.
How? I'm not even thinking of the cost on that. I'm just thinking about thinking about my mouth and my throat, how dried out it would be.
And your nose.
Yeah.
And the tongue.
Are you even tasting anything at that point? Because
you can't.
I'll take a month off from smoking anything. Like in July, I'll take the whole month of July off. I won't smoke anything just to reset my palate. Just because it gets to that point where everything just starts tasting
the same.
The same.
I just can't pick up anything.
Not even the same. It tastes bad. Like what I put in my mouth. A cigar is not like a cigar. Like a cigar you just inhale, and it's almost not time in your mouth, so it doesn't give you a bad taste in your mouth or your nose or whatever. But a cigar is mostly in your mouth the whole time. So, but not only that, how people So I don't care if you're retired or no, you're not working no more, whatever. But a cigar, to smoke a cigar, I don't care if it's too little. It's gonna be between 45 minutes all the way to normal size cigar, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours. And these guys are smoking 7 to 10 a day. You don't sleep, you don't eat, you don't walk.
That's basically the moment they wake up to the moment they go to bed. They've got they're chain smoking cigars all day.
Well, in my defense, I wake up in the morning with my coffee and I smoke a cigar. I normally do
So do
about
I.
maybe 2 or 3 a
So,
day. I
so
don't
do
smoke
I.
that much, you know.
Oh, hey.
So,
Maybe on a day I've got nothing going on, I don't have to watch the kid, and I'll sit out here all
mhm,
day. Like maybe I'll have 2 or 3, and that's like a lot. For the
mhm,
most part, it's just one a day.
Yeah. I can
yeah.
tell you, people to me, oh, how much you smoke? I say, I can, depends. I can be smoking 1 a day, 4 a day, or none for 2 weeks. They tell me, how come? I said, well, because when I go to the factory, which is once a month for 4 or 5 days, I am smoking over
Mhm.
100 different of them. So my body has to adjust a little, Forget
Yeah.
about it. It's just
And
too
then
much.
all the brands at the trade show want, they're like, here, light us. I'm like, let me
Give me
smoke it on
credit.
a fresh pallet, man. I don't want to. I don't want to smoke. I've smoked probably 8 cigars today, man. Let me smoke it in a couple weeks on a fresh pallet. I'll let you know what I think.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
You know,
ask
I
Enid.
can't.
Yes,
I could
yes.
lie. I guess I could and lie to you, but I'd rather give you my honest opinion.
Yeah, I get that a lot, and I just drop it in a bag, and I get to it whenever I get to it. I get it a lot, and I get people who are coming out with cigar lines. They give me a lot of their cigars to smoke, and I smoke them when I get
But,
to them. I don't rush, you know.
but
I
think, think,
you know I
think
could
about
I could conceivably smoke 7 to 10 a day for probably the next 50 years and still have a pile a humidor full that I would never get to.
Mhm.
yeah.
And
But
but
think about it and tell me if I'm wrong in it. When you came over here to do the blends, the first day we just bullshit. We just want to relax, we didn't do
No,
nothing.
no.
Then we did 15 one day, 15 the other day. And it's a little gavillero. It's just a little thing. We were up to here of smoking. Up to here. Because it's a lot. It's a
Mhm,
lot of smoke, different flavors, different thing. Like you have to drink something, eat something, change the flavor, want to
mhm,
do the cigar.
mhm.
It's a lot.
Yep,
It's a
yep.
lot.
yeah, it is. It's a lot. It really at a certain point you just got to know what your limit is. But for some people, I just think it's that sensate. That it's just they
Habit.
got to have something in their mouth constantly. Look,
Mhm.
I'm like that. I can't
Specify.
say much because look, when I'm at work, I always have I'll always have chaw in at work. So you know, I always got something. I always do. I'll spit it out and put another one in. I get that, but I couldn't do that with cigars.
And cigar, and it was a cigar is to enjoy. I don't care you by yourself, you go good company, whatever you do, it's just to enjoy, to relax you. But if you have 10 cigars a day,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And we lost.
Wow.
We lost Ish again.
Yep, he froze again.
He froze again. Um, yes, I'm waiting for the BAMF Shaw to come out.
Knowing him, you never know what's gonna come out next.
I
It's
mean,
always.
he did the pipe tobacco. So the next logical
Mhm.
step is so some whole leaf chaw.
Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen next.
okay, I just
It's
read the whole page because this is driving me crazy.
as they say, you never know.
So I told her I said I'm waiting for the BAMF chaw to come out.
You never know.
That's what she said. Yeah, I know. I'm
You
waiting.
never know what the hell's
I'm
gonna come
wait.
out.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that to just randomly show up in the mail. But what's this? And it's like I would try it out. Tell me what you think about the BAMF chaw.
I can tell you, we're coming with a cigar by the end of the year. But I already have it, but coming with a cigar is the simplest cigar I ever made. That's it. The simplest one. And I guarantee you that most people will say, oh shit, this is a normal cigar, it's a normal, easy to smoke, easy to whatever. So you never know when you can do the more complex cigar and people love it, go crazy about it. And then you put something simple and it's like I always talk with people and you imagine a chef making all this food for these guys, doing this, doing that. If you follow that guy home, probably he's gonna stop in, I don't know, in a burger joint, or he's gonna be to McDonald's and eat a burger because he's sick and tired to have the complex food. And probably you will see them, doing something like that. So it's funny, man. Sometimes the simple the better. I don't know.
You don't have to get overly complex with cigars, though. You don't have to do that blend that is just like, oh, it's so complicated and this and this and this and this. Sometimes you can go simple and get away with it just because it's just good tobacco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a basic blend of out there, and it's just and for most people they don't understand the concept on that or the blending on that, and they don't understand tobacco. So when they get to that point, in their mind, it's like, wow, this is a really complex cigar. It's got to be detailed. It's got to this, and it's just like, nah, really, it's just 3 different tobaccos in here, and it's just the basic leaves. That's all it is. It was just really good tobacco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just how you put it together, which is why you got a genius like Ish who can figure out that order of which they all need to go in.
I don't figure out nothing. I just say yes, no, maybe so. Nah, let's go back. Let's rewind that one back. Let's go back to that. He can honestly say I'm the easiest person, but he knows when I don't feel like working. I'll be like, I don't feel like working.
Okay, but you've been in the industry a while. You know quite a bit on that. You don't have that itch to get out there and do like your own blend yourself, knowing what you know.
Knowing what I know, I do, but especially in the months that Ish and I have been working together, I rely on him a lot. A lot of people don't know that like one of his requirements is that you got to go to the factory and you got to work there for a fucking week. This is gonna be interesting. um, so I don't think I'm at that
God,
level to go ahead and create my own blend yet. I don't. I think the longer that I keep working with him, then he'll probably get me to that level to say, okay, well, sit down and create your own. I'm not creating the shit no more. But right now, I don't think I'm not there yet.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm still working out some things. Something else that he wants me to add to my portfolio is, to learn how to start rolling cigars, and that's very important because you can't be a brand owner and you not know how to roll cigars. I mean, I do have a video. We did take some video when I was down at the compound, and he started teaching me how to roll and everything like that. And we was up to the wee hours of the morning. But I'm not ready to start creating my own blend yet. Because I guess because I trust him so much because he's a master. I mean, you can't get any better than working with a master. And a master has to teach the students. So eventually I'll probably be at that level.
there you go.
There you go.
So
But,
I ain't rushing it.
even if you're not doing rolling on yourself, but knowing the tobacco and what each tobacco brings to the table on that, just going, what would this, would this work with this, and this?
Well, one thing I like about Ish is he uses tobaccos that are not the regular tobaccos,
Oh yeah,
like that you find in every cigar. And that's what makes the story of the cigar even better because you have stuff out there that's not the normal. Like it's not the normal coming from Nicaragua or it's not the normal coming from the DR. So
yeah.
he
You're
uses
just
exotic stuff.
sitting there with Romanian tobacco. It's like, all right, how you make this? Oh, Irish tobacco. How do you make this work? If
Well,
they
I
grew
know.
if they grew tobacco in Antarctica, he would be down there buying that tobacco.
I guarantee you some guy in Antarctica, they will have a greenhouse with tobacco. And I will find
if they, that, and that's that's one thing you always, this one thing you always said is that if there's a country that grows tobacco, you'll find it, and
I will find out to get it. Absolutely.
You'll make it work in a blend some way somehow.
Absolutely, yes.
And that's kind of the one thing that I love about what I love about what you do out there is that you're willing to take those risks out there to provide something that's different and unique, but yet it delicious all at once. Is that you'll take that risk, because most brands aren't going to go out there to Ireland or to Romania and buy tobacco. They're just like you will. It's just like, okay, well, why not? Why not? Sure, tobacco from everywhere else in the world's great too, but there's some great uniqueness out there that everybody else is missing out on, which is what makes like the Blood of Vlad out there or the Mafioso such a different cigar, is that you took that risk by putting those cigars out there, by using those tobaccos that are completely underutilized by every other brand out there.
Yeah. But put it this way, everyone in the world, I don't care what they are, you're going to have a fried egg. Different chickens, different this, different that, but everybody will have. One maybe takes a little better, maybe the other one it takes a little worse, whatever it is. So it's the same thing with tobacco. So French fries, everybody is French fries. Now, you in the United States, obviously you go to Iowa. You go to Spain, you go to Valencia, you go to this, but everybody can cultivate those things. Same with tobacco. Now just make it work. Make it work, that's all.
Yeah, you make it work, I'm waiting. I've got no doubt I could throw stuff out there and you've probably already got something worked out for some sort of blend, no matter what I throw out, because you've tried it, or it's something that's coming and you can't, because that's when I know when you've already got something in the works, because like on the Instagram lives, and it's like, what would be good is if you did that, if there was a tobacco that had this, and this, and you're oddly quiet for a guy who has a lot to say. And it's like, oh shit, he's already got something in the works coming out.
Yeah, that's me. I love it. I just love it.
Yeah,
yes.
That's why
it's up there. So.
I just wait for whatever you got to come out, because I'm just like, okay, what do we got? It's like, all right, so what's dropping? It's like around the world. For years you talked about making that cigar. And you're just like, I just need to get tobacco from these countries. They're the only two countries I can't get tobacco from. And then you quit talking about it.
Yep.
And that's when I knew, oh shit, it's coming. Yep. You quit talking about it. That's how I knew. Because it's the one thing you just kept going. I need tobacco from these two countries to complete this cigar.
Yep.
And then when you stop talking about it, it's like, yep, here. It's coming. I didn't know when it was coming, but I knew it was coming.
And those two countries, I can tell you where it was. It was France and it was Greece. It's the most difficult things to get, man. It was almost impossible. But we got it. So.
You got it, and it is the best cigar I have smoked this year. It literally, and I will tell you right now, it is right now my number one cigar of the year, and number two isn't even remotely close to it. As of right now, there's like no. At this point, no other whatever brand somebody comes out with could put out a great cigar. It's not going to touch that cigar. Every time I have smoked that around the world, it has gotten better. It is one of the most unique, amazing, delicious cigars I have ever smoked in my life. Like, I go to bed dreaming about that cigar.
Look, it's the only cigar I make that I had to have a cheat sheet. If people ask me, because it's so complicated, and I'm kidding you not. I had to have it. All of that.
Hell no.
All of that is in that cigar. So yeah,
it's the same feeling I had like with the Pure African. Like, I went to bed dreaming about that cigar. And it was just so different and unique. And it's like, you're the only one willing to take that risk to make an African Puro. Nobody else is, and why isn't anybody else willing to take that risk? But you are.
To be honest with you, I believe the brands now they're taking a chance on me, like Ancestry Cigars is taking a chance with me because of those tobaccos, more open-minded. But again, I understand you Cuban proud, and you will do Cuban tobacco. You Dominican tobacco, Nicaraguan. But when you start to see the big guys, like I can tell you, AJ Fernandez, for instance, we're friends like this. We're good friends. Okay, no problem whatsoever. And but he will never change Nicaragua for nothing. But now some of the tobacco is from Dominican Republic. So now they start to think like a little more out of the box. But again, it's still the 3 main countries for tobacco. No produce, because number one producer of tobacco is Italy, which nobody knows. They cannot produce. And I won again. You know what?
You're here. Oh, there you are.
And he's gone again.
It's gotta.
Oh my God. And he's gone again. Yeah. But that is funny.
uh, yeah,
Yeah.
it's there. That was just one of the greatest things that I enjoyed during really a lot of part of the pandemic was listening to Ish and Lives talk
Mhm.
about all this. Like he really expanded my knowledge further than what it already was. And a lot of things that I
Mhm.
knew I had forgotten, he really brought a lot of that back up for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
guys, I got to change to my phone because this is gonna go for a swim into the pool. So,
Oh God. Please don't throw it into the pool.
so now I got to put my chin is because he's small.
Okay. Yeah. So Henry says to add on to what you're going that there are so many regions that produce premium tobacco. It's really time to explore the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And AJ's out there trying to explore how he can melt somebody's face with the most peppery and spiciest cigar ever manufactured.
Yeah.
Not that I have a problem with it, but I know that that's probably his ultimate
Look,
goal is to say he melted somebody's face.
look.
Oh my God.
We just came for another brand that I make cigars for. Is Angry Beavers. We just came this Saturday from Sunrise, very close to Miami, South Florida. And the people were telling me about the brands and the tobaccos and whatever. I said, okay, do me a favor, come with me outside. We go outside, and the parking lot probably is about 300 cars. I say, it's 300 cars. Tell me 3 cars that they exactly the same brand and the same model. It's over 300 cars. He couldn't. I said, that's the cigars. That's the cigars. Nobody has the same car. Nobody has the same house. Nobody is the same. Cigar is the same thing. It's absolutely the same thing. I feel like, whoa, I never was, nobody put that this way like you did. I said, well, but that's cigars. Look at the parking lot. Maybe 3 cars are the same. Maybe. So maybe 3 people inside there smoke the same cigar. But the rest of them, they smoke another one, another one, another one, another one. Your favorite could be the worst one for another guy. So you never know. So you don't
Do
explore.
you, do you do you see really outside of Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Florida, Maryland, Virginia, and Florida? Do you see that there may be a rise in the American tobacco production again to where it used to be, especially in some of these states that have really kind of dug in and being very tobacco friendly, like Texas?
Well, I believe they will. Mostly, like I say, everything happened for a reason. Mostly because of the tariffs and things like that. So now you can produce over here and cost you the same or cheaper than bringing from the outside. It will happen. I can see Texas growing tobacco. I can see Iowa growing tobacco. Connecticut, of course. Pennsylvania, of course. Florida, they already had the sun ground and all of that. But I believe it will happen. It's going to come to one point that you want to smoke a cigar and you have to pay 30, $40. Well, and it's done over here, in-house over here in the United States, and you pay half of that price for the same or better tobacco. But it probably will happen. I would never say no. It most probably will happen, yes.
Yeah, because you look back at like some of the old ads from the 30s and 40s, and they really, it's like Cuban tobacco. Cuban tobacco only smokes great with Wisconsin binders, and it's like, oh, and you see that, and you start bringing back like the olden days where it's like, yeah, there was a pride in American tobacco, and them, hey, we are growing this tobacco here, and we're I'd love to kind of see that come back again, where it's like, yeah, it's like, who would have thought that the best binders in the world that you could get in the 30s and 40s came from Wisconsin? It's like, why? But that's what they had at the time, and that's what they were using, and there was pride in that.
But think about it. Right now, every time that people listen to the words HBA mejorado, IT13, Bishop 2020, most of those come from two states in the United States, and it's called Connecticut and Pennsylvania. They do a hybrid, people buy it, and go to different countries to plant it. But actually, the HBA is done in Connecticut and Pennsylvania, and nobody knows that. I say, guys, it's done here in the United States. It's not from another country, it's from here.
And I talked at PCA with Jose Manuel Blanco, and he went on a world tour over the previous summer, and he collected seeds from where he went, and his goal is to see what he can make work growing seed tobaccos that are not traditionally Dominican, in the Dominican, to see how they come out and what kind of blending he can do with kind of non-traditional Dominican tobaccos. And I thought that's such a great idea, because, again, you have what you have, but if you can do something different and unique and take a really good tobacco that's grown in this country and make it really good growing it in the Dominican, why not? Why not try something different? You can't blame them. You can't blame them for wanting to do something different and unique.
Well, and that's what we've been trying to do for the past 20 plus years. That what we do is we don't like, no, we don't like. We love every cigar, but we don't like to be the next guy. So we just choose different tobaccos for different places, and that's it. It's like think about it. Probably since you get up in the morning, take a shower, dress, and get out from the door. It takes you 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. How many different countries you use? The shampoo, this, that, your underwear from whatever, your pants from whatever, your t-shirt from whatever, your sunglasses when you go out from whatever, your car maybe is done in another country. So if you think about it, we all use different products for different countries. But people didn't put this together in their heads about this tobacco. It's the same thing. The only thing that you have to do is have a chef or blender, master blender, to make it. You like it, good. You don't like it, skip. Go to the next one. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult.
What a great show tonight. I appreciate both of you jumping on. Again,
Absolutely.
You can go pick up the brand new cigar from Ancestry Cigars over on BAMF's website. It will be rolling out towards lounges towards the end of the year, but it is available now, so you can jump on BAMF's website and go check it out, go pick it up. I highly recommend it. It is a delicious cigar, blended by the man himself, Ish, out there, so you already know it's going to be good. So definitely go check it out there. Ish, anything you'd like to promote before we jump off?
No, yes. We're talking about Ancestry Cigars. Guys, I tell you, not because I made it, but it's one of the best cigars this year. And
Yeah.
smoke it. Smoke it. You don't know until you try it. Just smoke it.
Yeah.
Enid.
Go pick it up. I'm telling you, pick it up. Pick it up. You never know. I might just end up putting it on the shelf, retiring, and keep on going with the next 28 blends.
There you go. Go pick it up. I've got everything and Ancestry down in the description below, so you can connect with Enid on all social media. I will correct it and put all of Ish's stuff in there, plus a link to to the cigar in the description after the show's over with, so y'all can just direct click on that and it'll take you right to it
The cigar. Yep.
on there.
Yep.
And great show tonight. I appreciate everybody
All
that
right.
came and hang out. Thank you all. Love it.
Absolutely.
Next week, come tune in. I got Alexis Baker with the Break Cigar coming on, so we're going to keep it in Chicago for another week, I guess.
Nice.
Showing
Yep,
love
nice.
to my Chi-Town crew out there. Love it. That's it. Everybody, thank you so much. Take care. Be safe out there. Don't do anything we
All
wouldn't
right.
do because we're sweet and innocent boys and girls. And we will see y'all
Sure.
later, everybody.